Welcome back to our channel, and thank you for tuning in and thank you for supporting us. But if you have not subscribed yet, please encourage us by doing so. And God bless Biafra. Ise. Fulani terrorist elders wept that their biggest mistake was allowing the British colonial master to deceive them to massacre Biafrans and allowing the British to help them. Now the North is suffering while Biafrans are enjoying. They are prospering. According to Fulani think tank, ŁEUµ Forum, their chairman, Ibrahim ŁEUDρισdρισdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdrisdris everything wrong with Nigeria, from poverty to insecurity, unemployment, and the burden of many out-of-school children. The Arewa Economic Renewal Forum has explained how the northern region is at the receiving end of the challenges facing Nigeria, despite holding on to power since Nigerian independence in 1960. They have been rolling. They have been rolling since 1960 because their slave masters, the British colonial master, installed them as leaders of Nigeria. They created more states and local government for themselves. They created fraudulent population census figure for themselves, making themselves having more population than every other region in Nigeria. They also created a fraudulent 1999 constitution to solidify Fulani stronghold on Nigeria. And yet, they are the receiving end of the challenges facing Nigeria, from poverty to insecurity, unemployment, and burden of many out-of-school children. The Fulani-led forum thus challenged the Fulani political class to present a clear roadmap for the emancipation of northern Nigeria before running for office. Because despite sidelining Biafrans, the Igbos are progressing, and the southeast region and Biafra are more developed than the rest of Nigeria, despite not having any federal presence. The Fulani terrorist northern elders are not happy. They thought by now Biafrans will be the ones suffering, while the Fulani will be the one enjoying. They thought holding on to power will give them everything they want. But they are clueless and incompetent. That is why, in the presence of abundance, they cannot prosper. They cannot prosper. They cannot prosper. You know, the Fulani-led Northern Arewa Economic Forum, whose members includes businessmen, ICT specialists, security experts, academics, and seasoned technocrats, stated that it will mobilize the northern masses of the region to vote for any presidential candidate who has the best blueprint to solve the essential problems of the Northerners. The truth is that the Northerners are like zombies. Whatever their Islamic cleric tells them to do, that's what they do. They only vote for tribes or religious candidates. That is, they vote for their own. They don't care if they are suffering. But yesterday, at fake Buhari's home state in Katsina, the youths were so angry that they protested that they do not want the evil Fulani political party, APC, because of the extent and level of hardship they faced. They were deceived. They were used. Yet, they see Igbos, they see Biafrans as their enemy. They thought Biafrans will be the ones suffering. Now, jourdься£N'ྰ turned the table around. The Fulani Caliphate thought that the Southeast region will suffer through marginalization, but the reverse is the case. jourdься£N'KaTA described the North as the most endowed and yet the most marginalized region of the country, and that is a big lie. All the appointments in Nigeria are given to the Fulani Janjaweed. If you go to the executive arm of the government, they are there. Security, they head everywhere. All the parastatals are headed by Fulani Janjaweed through nepotism. And now they are crying that they have been marginalized. What a big lie. You know, the Fulani Janjaweed group said that the country's leaders have allowed the North's massive agricultural potential to rot away. Why won't it rot away? It will rot away because of what they have done to Biafrans. They spilled so much blood with the help of their British masters. They killed over 5 million Biafrans. And they are still killing till today. And they expect things to work for them? No, it cannot. jourdься£N'KaTA said the resultant consequence for North region is poverty, substandard education, lack of access to credit financing, and other negative underdevelopment indicators, despite having more states, more local government, and they are taking over 70% from the federation account and having heavy federal presence in their various states. Yet, nothing is working. No doubt, the size and dimension of the population of the northern region displaced in terms of size any other African country apart from Nigeria itself. In other words, if the northern region would have been a country of its own, it would still remain the most populous country in Africa and one of the 10 most populous in the world. This is one of the Fulani Janjaweed lies, apportioning fraudulent population figure to the north. The northern region of Nigeria accounts for over 70% of the total arable land mass in Nigeria, geologically created in such an advantageous way that it could allow for 12 months of agriculture as it is traversed by river basins and aquatic reservoirs that would allow for 3 seasons of harvest every year. Yet, only about 23% of the landmass is fully utilized for agricultural products. And even that 23%, the Fulani terrorists from Sahel and Futajalon have refused the farmers to farm on those lands. And all these problems they are facing is happening because the Fulani Janjaweed are greedy, and their evil plots to take over Biafran land because of our oil and gas has made them not to think like a normal human being. Similarly, out of the over 3 million hectares of potential dry season agricultural river basin, less than 1 million hectares is inefficiently utilized, yet Nigeria has about 10 river basins development authority in existence for over 45 years. The Arewa leader described as unacceptable and unsustainable the fact that the North has the world's Human Development Index with an estimated 87 million people living on less than $1.90 a day, yet none of the top-ranking 5 economies in the world, Norway, Ireland, Switzerland, Hong Kong, and Iceland, are more naturally endowed than Nigeria and indeed the North. This is happening because the Fulani Janjaweed infested the North with terrorism and looting. Thank you, my brothers and my sisters, for watching this video, and bye-bye for now.